Hi, Dr. Noble here. Right now, as you're listening to this video, I'm off at a conference in Quebec City, and I apologize for not being with you today. So we will be talking about laboratory quality, and I have provided you with a handout which is called Laboratory Quality, and it's got my name on it, and we will be talking on this clip. So between the two, I hope that we'll be able to cover enough of the information that you will find interesting, something that you might want to pursue in future parts of your career. This is but an opening snippet of laboratory quality. So let me start off by saying that there are some laboratories that when you walk in, you know that they probably are not places where you would want to work. You look around and they are perpetually cluttered. And as you hear about the reputation of the laboratory, you find out that there are errors that are made regularly, and they spend a lot of time having to clean up errors. Disturbingly, that you find that the same errors get made over and over and over again, as if they don't learn from their mistakes. The staff, while they are employed, and that's a good thing, tend to be either anxious or generally unhappy. Finances are always chaotic, and people are holding their positions and losing part of their time and rebuilding it up again. And finally, the biggest concern is that people are very suspicious of the results that their laboratory generates. On the other hand, there are other laboratories that are the polar opposite. They're neat and they're organized when you walk in. They're a pleasure to be in. You find that, in fact, errors do occur sometimes, but when they do occur, they get picked up very quickly, and they tend not to occur a second time. There may be more mistakes, but they usually aren't the same ones that occurred before. The staff enjoy themselves working in the culture of that laboratory. They always seem to find that while money is not always highly fluid in laboratories, that it's always stable and always there. And generally speaking, people have confidence in their results. And these are two examples, one of which we call a laboratory of poor quality, and the second, a laboratory of high quality. Now, I'll tell you that there's a number of organizations that that are involved in trying to set guidelines and rules for what is the best way to implement a quality into a laboratory or indeed any organization. And the single most important of these organizations is an international organization, which is called the International Organization for Standardization. And it is generally speaking known around the world as ISO. And ISO has set a definition for quality. And that definition says that a place can call itself a quality organization if it's meeting customer needs. And what that means is if an organization is working in a manner that it is capable of regularly meeting the needs of the people or the organizations that it serves as it provides its goods and services, then they can call themselves a quality-oriented organization. And the core of that process, or the essence of that, is called quality management. Now, quality has got a whole series of components to it. One is that they are always going forward through a sense of innovation. Innovation management is related to but separate from quality management. And risk, the avoidance of bad things happening, is controlled under risk management. And risk management and quality management are related but different. And the same with finance. So we're not talking about the whole and total of quality. We're talking here specifically about quality management part for for laboratories. And this may include medical laboratories, it may include research laboratories. Let me get down to the very core and essence of quality. And there are 4 words that represent the core, the essence of quality. Plan. Before you do anything, before you have any activity within a laboratory, new or a repeat, first of all, you think about it and you set a plan. And then do. You go ahead and you do what you expected to do, but make sure that you stick to the plan. Study. After you've completed doing what you planned to do, then you go back and look and see, did things come out as you expected them to? Or were there problems that developed along the way? And act. If there are things that didn't work out right, then you correct them. And then you go through the cycle again. Plan, do, study, act. And this is a cycle which is named after the person who created it. His name was W. Edwards Deming, and so it's called the Deming cycle. And that's the core of quality. So in medical laboratories, we find that there are a number of things that are the essence of the quality laboratory. The people that are working in the laboratory are trained and they're competent. And the equipment and reagents and materials that they use are consistently working properly. And then the procedures are done exactly as planned and exactly as expected. Those 3 things are the hallmarks of the quality operation. But it's more than that. There are many elements that fit into quality management. The organization, how it views its mission and vision, how management recognizes and fulfills its responsibility. Does it set job descriptions, or do people just kind of fit in somehow? Is there a work structure that is set up? Is there resource management? Do we know about keeping the resources and finances intact and never having surprises? Is there quality control being done? Is there document control? And is there process management? And we're going to be talking about those in a moment. And is there safety? Well, let me just say that if you are interested in this, there are a number of documents that you can look at that are very relevant to the laboratory setting. The first is called Quality Management Systems Requirements, and it's an ISO document, and it's called ISO 9001, and it was written in 2008. There's another document which is called General Requirements for the Competence of Testing and Calibration Laboratories. And that's what we call laboratories that are not working within a hospital or doing private or doing other medical testing. They're called testing or calibration laboratories. And that document is called ISO 17025, and it was written in 2005. And there's a third document which is specific to medical laboratories, and it's called Medical Laboratories Requirements for Quality and Competence. And it's, again, an ISO document called ISO 15189, and it was written originally in 2003. His third iteration, his third version, was created in 2012, just last year. So ensuring quality is no small risk, and it involves 4 main things: management, the setting of policies, the setting of processes, and the setting of procedures and documentation. Now, I'm going to